prince began to turn into a monster.
You have gas?
Slowly, day by day, the joy of life was sucked out of the princess from the fits of rage from the prince that got more frequent and more intense. It got to a point that after having two gorgeous baby little girls, and feeling no joy in life despite these beautiful individuals, one night when the prince was in a deep rage and
She took out a carving knife?
she did. That would be a great story, wouldn't it? I should be in jail. She decided that
Took out a carving?
and feeling no joy in life despite these beautiful individuals. One night when the prince was in a deep rage and
She took out a carving knife?
she did. That would be a great story, wouldn't it? I should be in jail. She decided that enough was enough. And the next day, she left with baby girls and she went to the Queen's house.
Where are you from, Prince?
London.
Yeah.
Childish. Speaking in terms of a child. Why are you speaking in terms of a child? Just speak straight up. Say it straight. Stop speaking like a child. The princess went to the queen's house. You're the queen of your house. Be a grown woman. Talking about.
So we have two Brits here celebrating a British story clearly. Okay, it's clearly a British story. It has all of its history in Britain. So the imprint of culture is very strong. So tell me now how the story continues, because soon I'll hear the other story, since there clearly is one on that side. And knowing he's a masculine man, I doubt seriously he will modify his story. He'll tell what it really is. So go ahead. Now that he's been cast as a monster for everyone.
Oh no, I didn't want that.
No, I know.
What?
You did.
You did.
He spread his legs and she kicked him in the balls as hard as she could.
Victimhood. Now, look. If you are a legitimate victim, I respect that. Absolutely. We don't want people in situations that they don't need to be in. Absolutely not. If you need to get out of a situation, get out of a situation. But sometimes, I got to be honest with you, I wonder if the situation is as bad as you telling me the situation is. I wonder if in your own head, you haven't devised some sort of situation that this man don't even know about. And I love what Tony said, because after you went and had no problem casting this man as a bad guy, we haven't even heard from his perspective. We haven't even heard from where he's coming from what the story is. You jumped out and said, this man has an attitude problem. I'm not happy, and I just taken it over and over and over again, and I just sat there and took it, and so on and so forth. It's like, I wonder though sometimes what part of this is real, because you're going to say you want to feel your emotions. You're going to say you want to be able to feel free and feel frustrated. And you're going to say that he stops you from doing that, when he's done nothing of the sort. He's never told you not to. He's never restricted you. He's just simultaneously expressed his frustration. He's just simultaneously expressed his rage. What if it were the case that you've been doing things that he just never says anything about? Oh, the prince, The prince sits there and doesn't say anything when she has all these orders and all these demands, and he does them. And the prince is just trying to get some rest, but the princess comes in and always wants to break up the prince's joy. The princess always has something that she's nagging the prince about. The princess always has some reason why life is not as good as it could be, or why life is a failure. The life that you guys live together is a failure, and how she never saw her life being this way. And the prince is sitting there like, well, dang, I kind of like my life with the princess. I kind of thought as a prince that life was great. I thought I just took you on this vacation and you would be happy. I just took you over here for 2 weeks, but somehow I took you out of the country for 2 weeks, but somehow right after we got back, it's a problem. It's a problem when we on vacation. And the prince is like, well, dang, I try to do as much as I can to be a good father, because I try to be with my kids. I try to play with my kids. I try to take pressure off of the princess. I try to wash the dishes. I try to help cook. I try to help pick the kids up. I try to do everything that I'm trying to follow all of the rules in the long laundry list that the princess has. And somehow, some way, and I try to plan date nights. I try to be spontaneous, even though I'm absolutely drained with all the responsibilities that I have. I do not make that the princess's problem. I just take it on the chin and I handle it for myself. Sometimes I go in my own space and I become a recluse because I'm just trying to get my own space. And even then, when I'm in my own space trying to mind my business and breathe for a second, here comes the princess. Are you tired of me? Do you not love me anymore? Why are you out here? Why are you doing that? Why are you taking so long to do this? Do you just not want a family anymore? What? I'm just trying to breathe. I've been at work all day. The boss has been getting on my nerves. I'm just trying to breathe before I step inside. I'm just trying to take a breather so I can come in not snapping on nobody. You know, today didn't go well for me. But the princess don't understand that. What if I went in front of 100,000 people and said that? But here we are. What you talk about, this is your truth. That we all, ain't nobody else got no truth but you. Oh, I'm not saying that you ain't got no truth. Yes, you are. Because you basically saying this bull crap and everybody gonna clap for you. Why are we clapping? We don't know this man's side of the story yet. But just because you said he must have done it. Just because you say that this man mistreated you, he must have mistreated you. Now, I will say, if that's the case and he did mistreat you, absolutely. Clock it. Get up out of there. Take the girls. Get up out of there. Go to the queen's house. Start a new life. Send the divorce papers out immediately. Get up out there and learn what a red flag looks like before you go out there. But I don't want to hear that you have been victimized when this man also has a claim. This man could also have a claim to being frustrated as well. You frustrate me too. You frustrate me too. But you act like you so perfect. You sitting there crying, and just because you crying, we got to believe you. When I've been telling you day in and day out, man, babe, you don't really pick up after yourself, man. I and I'm not trying to tell you nothing crazy, but man, hey, babe, you don't do like we used to. I mean, you never, you want me to do favors for you all the time, but you never do favors for me. I gotta beg you to do favors. And even when but you got to tell me. And even when I tell you to do favors, you know what I'm saying? You don't do them. Once in a blue moon, and even on the blue moon, when you promise me to do it once every blue moon, on the blue moon, you don't do it then. And I give you constantly over and over again. I give you a way out. I don't say nothing. I don't harp on it. I don't make it a big deal. Every now and again, when I get mad, I might say something about it. But yeah, bro, I'm frustrated. Dang. You think you're the only one frustrated in this house? I just don't say anything about it. And because I don't say anything about it, you think that you ain't done nothing wrong. The nerve of you, the naiveness of you. You got to be smarter than that to think than to think that you've been absolutely perfect. Because what you will say is, oh, I don't think I'm perfect. I just don't think I'm doing as bad as you are. Oh, of course. Because you're the judge of your own character. And of course, you ain't doing nothing terrible to anybody. Why I sit here and watch what you do to these kids. You act like you're such a great mom. And I sit there and I watch how you talk to these kids. And I know where you got it from. You actually got it from the queen. And you used to tell me how frustrated and upset and how bad you wanted to get from under the queen's roof because of how bad the queen used to treat you. And I used to tell you all the time, don't worry, babe, I'm gonna rescue you from all of that. I'm gonna take you away from all of that. But now you turn around and tell me that the same queen that you felt oppressed under is now the same queen who is going to man, I just lost the word. Anyways, is the same queen who is going to free you. That's what you telling me? Make it make sense. You're not thinking clearly. Man, look. Emancipate. That's what I was thinking about. That's going to be the same queen that, man. All right. Talking just to be talking. Again, if you legitimately have a claim, I get it. I understand. But if you legitimately have a claim to where somebody is mistreating you, I get it. I understand. Leave, do whatever you need to do. But I don't want to hear no bull crap about how, oh, woe is me. Everybody's oppressing little old me. I always gave up everything that I had, but I really did though. And he didn't? No, not as much. Girl, how do you know? You only know how to do things from your perspective. What are you talking about? Biased. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Take it easy.